Good morning, members of the board. Today, we are not merely reviewing the performance of the past 8 years. We are here to present the strategic future of this organization. 8 years ago, this company was financially distressed, struggling with a net loss of 44,000 and only 18,000 rounds played. Today, we stand as a market leader, generating over 554,000 in net income with more than 31,000 rounds played annually. This transformation was not a coincidence, nor was it the result of a single initiative. It required navigating severe financial constraints, a macroeconomic recession, and critical infrastructure gaps across multiple operational areas. We confronted internal conflicts, misaligned incentive, and sustained margin pressure to stabilize the core business. My team and I did not simply maintain operations. We fundamentally transformed our approach, shifting from reactive firefighting towards a structured, data-driven, and strategically aligned decision-making. Today, we will demonstrate how these decisions create measurable outcomes and how we converted vulnerabilities into strategic advantages, and how we are now prepared to lead this organization into its most profitable and sustainable phase yet.
Our financial trajectory provides clear evidence of disciplined and structured decision making under constraint. The defining moment in our journey from a 44,000 loss to a 544,000 net profit was a high risk, but strategically necessary decision in year 2 to invest 1.7 million in the development of an 18-hole course. While demand was uncertain at the time, this expansion was essential to capture market share and position the business for long-term growth. When the microeconomic recession hit in year 4, we immediately shifted to a defensive strategy to meet the board mandated 4% profit target. We reduced discretionary spending, prioritized liquidity, and protected our core market position without compromising service quality. By year 8, we transitioned back to controlled growth, implementing dynamic pricing and target marketing strategies. These actions enabled us to successfully achieve the board aggressive 12% profit objective. Today, our share value continues to rise, and all three core business units, the golf course, the restaurants, and the pro shop, are contributing consistently to profitability. We have built a financially resilient and stable organization capable of sustaining performance under varying conditions.
So this financial performance was not achieved in isolation. It was driven by a fundamental transformation in how we operated as an organization. In the early years, decision-making was largely reactive. We operated under pressure with limited data and focused primarily on immediate problem resolution to stop financial decline. However, over time, we began to leverage internal challenges as opportunities for improvement. Our team dynamics played a critical role in this transition. During periods of high uncertainty, our leadership-oriented profiles provided directions and decisiveness, while our problem-solving profiles ensured continuity in operations and maintained team cohesion. These alignments allowed us to coordinate across departments, ensuring that the pro shop, maintenance teams, and customer-facing staff operated as an unified system rather than an isolated units. So during this recession, we were able to reduce costs without degrading the premium service quality expected by our customers. In the later years, particularly during the optimization phase, we achieved significant efficiency gains in staffing, maintenance, and scheduling. As a result, we were able to absorb increased demand while maintaining cost discipline, transforming our operations into scalable and high-performance system.
We acknowledge that our environmental score currently stands at 39. This outcome was not the result of oversight, but of conscious prioritization under financial constraints during our survival phase. To protect liquidity and to avoid financial collapse, we made deliberate decisions to delay irrigation systems upgrade and rely on more cost efficient but less sustainable operational practices such as chemical fertilizations. As we progressed and achieved strong financial performance, a new challenge emerged, what we define as reward bias. The success of our revenue generating strategies created a tendency to prioritize further growth while underweighting long term environmental risk. This led to a delay recognition of cumulative impact of earlier decisions. We learned that short term savings can create structural risk that materialize over time. However, the key insight is this: because of the financial strength that we have now achieved, we are no longer constrained by survival priorities. We now have both the capital and the ethical capability to address these environmental gaps systematically. Sustainability is no longer a different cost, it is now a core component of our operational system, and we are positioned to integrate it effectively into our next phase.
Our performance is not only reflected in financial results, but also in the strength of our stakeholder relationships. Despite operating in a challenging Canadian environment, including severe weather disruption in year 5, we achieved our highest social score of 60. This reflects strong customer satisfaction, employee engagement, and operational consistency. We actively strengthen our connection with the local community by partnering with regional suppliers for our restaurant operations, contributing to the local economy while enhancing our brand positioning. At the same time, we successfully implemented the board's directive to target the 25 to 45-year-old demographic. Through targeted marketing and service adjustment, we rejuvenated our customer base and improved long-term market relevance. These actions ensured that our growth was not only financial, but also relational and sustainable. By aligning our service standards with stakeholder expectations, we have built a brand that maintains customer loyalty even under adverse conditions.
And members of the board, I stand before you having stabilized and straightened the organization, and I can proudly say that the next phase is not about survival, but about disciplined and sustainable growth under the new framework, Gulf Fund 2. Our strategy is built on 4 concrete and measurable pillars. First, we will complete Phase 2 irrigation system modernization with the next 18 months, targeting a 25% improvement in water efficiency and a 20% increase in turf consistency. This directly addresses the structural risks identified in earlier years and reduces long-term operational volatility. Second, over the next 2 years, we will restore lakes and sand traps as ecological assets. This project is expected to increase our environmental score by at least 15 points while also improving course quality and customer experience. The third one, to prevent the repetition of reward bias, we will establish an ESG allocation framework. A minimum 12 of annual net income will be systematically reinvested into environmental and infrastructure sustainability, ensuring a long-term balance between profitability and resilience. The fourth one, we will leverage our success with the 25 to 45 demographic by expanding year-round programming. Our objective is to increase off-peak rounds by at least 10% within 24 months, improving revenue stability and reducing seasonal dependency. These actions are not conceptual. They are operational, measurable, and directly aligned with the risks and lessons identified over the past 80 years. From a leadership perspective, this period represents my transition from an operational manager to a structured, system-based decision maker. The organization is now stable, the risks are clearly defined, and the next phase requires disciplined execution. The different difference now is that we are not reacting to uncertainty, we are managing it. And I am prepared and ready to lead that phase. Thank you.